Eric Black was a compassionate and kind-hearted individual who had dedicated his life to providing care and support for those in need. He believed in making a difference in people's lives, and that belief led him to the doorstep of Madeline Elmers, a lonely 80-year-old grandmother. Madeline's weathered face told the story of a life filled with both joy and sorrow. Her eyes, once vibrant and full of life, now held a hint of sadness and longing. When Eric first met her, he saw the loneliness etched deep within her soul and felt an instant connection to her. Driven by his innate sense of empathy, Eric offered his assistance to Madeline. He became her caregiver, providing not only physical help but also emotional support. He would cook meals for her, help with household chores, and spend hours engaging her in heartfelt conversations. Through their interactions, he discovered the depth of Madeline's wisdom and the beauty of her spirit. Days turned into weeks, and a bond of trust and companionship formed between Eric and Madeline. Eric became the light in her life, the person she could depend on for comfort and care. He dedicated himself to easing her loneliness and ensuring she felt loved. But one fateful day, as Eric entered the kitchen, his eyes widened with surprise. Standing there was a young man, Justin Foster, Madeline's grandson. Eric's heart skipped a beat, and a wave of confusion washed over him. He had heard stories of Justin's absence and the strained relationship between him and Madeline. The sight of him in Madeline's kitchen stirred up a mix of emotions within Eric, leaving him pale and speechless. Eric stood frozen in the kitchen, his mind racing to comprehend the unexpected presence of Justin. The room felt charged with tension as their gazes met, each holding a multitude of unspoken words. Justin broke the silence, his voice filled with a mixture of hesitation and remorse. I didn't expect to see you here," he muttered, his eyes avoiding direct contact. "I heard about what you've been doing for Grandma. Thank you." Eric's initial shock gave way to a cautious curiosity. He took a step closer, his voice laced with a hint of concern. "Where have you been, Justin? Madeline has missed you so much." Justin let out a heavy sigh, his shoulders slumping under the weight of his past mistakes. "I've been away, lost in my own struggles," he confessed, his voice tinged with regret. "I've made so many wrong choices, hurt the people I love, including Grandma. I thought it was better if I stayed away." Eric's heart softened as he witnessed Justin's vulnerability. He realized the pain and guilt that had haunted the young man's journey. "It's never too late to make amends, Justin," Eric gently reassured him. "Your grandmother's love is unconditional. She longs for your presence, for a chance to reconcile." A mixture of hope and apprehension flickered across Justin's face. The possibility of repairing the fractured bond with Madeline felt both daunting and necessary. He nodded, his voice filled with determination. "I want to make things right, Eric. I want to mend the broken pieces and be there for Grandma. Can you help me?" Eric placed a comforting hand on Justin's shoulder, offering reassurance and support. "I will be there every step of the way," he promised. "Let's find a way to bridge the gap and bring healing to both of you." As the two men stood in that kitchen, an unspoken understanding passed between them. Their shared commitment to Madeline's well-being formed the foundation of an unlikely alliance, embarking on a journey of reconciliation and forgiveness. In the days that followed, Eric and Justin worked together to devise a plan to bring Madeline and Justin closer. They decided to start with small gestures of kindness, hoping to rebuild the trust that had been fractured over time. Eric encouraged Justin to write a heartfelt letter to Madeline, expressing his remorse and his genuine desire to mend their relationship. With guidance from Eric, Justin poured his soul onto paper, carefully choosing each word to convey the depth of his regret and the sincerity of his intentions. Meanwhile, Eric continued to be a pillar of support for Madeline, sharing stories of Justin's remorse and his newfound determination to make amends. He carefully treaded the delicate line between honesty and hope, not wanting to raise Madeline's expectations too high. One sunny afternoon, as the aroma of freshly baked cookies filled the air, Eric handed Madeline the letter from Justin. Her hands trembled as she opened it, her eyes scanning each word, her heart brimming with a mixture of apprehension and longing. Tears streamed down Madeline's face as the weight of Justin's words washed over her. She could feel the genuine remorse and the desire for reconciliation in every sentence. The letter ignited the spark of hope within her, a flicker of possibility that perhaps it wasn't too late for them to heal their wounds. With a trembling hand, Madeline reached for the phone and dialed Justin's number. The sound of his voice on the other end brought a flood of emotions rushing through her. Their conversation was filled with tears, apologies, and promises of a better tomorrow. Eric watched from a distance, his heart swelling with a mix of joy and relief. He had witnessed the transformative power of forgiveness and the resilience of the human spirit. The bond between Madeline and Justin had begun to mend, one step at a time. As the days turned into weeks, the relationship between Madeline and Justin began to mend, slowly but surely. They embarked on a journey of rediscovery, eager to bridge the gap that had separated them for far too long. With Eric's guidance, the trio engaged in family therapy sessions, where they explored their past hurts, acknowledged their mistakes, and learned effective communication strategies. It was an emotional roller coaster, filled with tears, laughter, and moments of profound vulnerability. Eric played a crucial role as the mediator, offering support and facilitating heartfelt conversations. He listened attentively as Madeline and Justin poured out their grievances, their regrets, and their desires for a better future. Through his gentle guidance, they started to rebuild the trust that had been shattered. Slowly but steadily, Madeline's home transformed into a sanctuary of love and forgiveness. Laughter echoed through the hallways as family photographs adorned the walls, capturing cherished moments of togetherness. The once lonely and silent house now hummed with the warmth of love and reconciliation. Eric, ever the observer, witnessed the profound impact of his presence. He had facilitated the healing of a broken family, bringing them back from the brink of despair. But in the midst of their newfound happiness, a sense of bittersweetness settled within Eric's heart. He realized that his role in their lives was evolving. As the wounds healed and the bonds strengthened, Eric began to feel a sense of detachment, like a temporary guide who had fulfilled his purpose. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but he knew deep down that his mission was complete. One evening, as they gathered around the dinner table, Madeline looked at Eric with gratitude shining in her eyes. "Thank you, Eric," she whispered, her voice filled with warmth. "You brought my family back together. You'll always hold a special place in our hearts." Tears welled up in Eric's eyes as he smiled back at her. "It was my honor and privilege, Madeline. Seeing your family heal and find happiness again is the greatest reward I could have asked for." The days that followed brought a mix of emotions for Eric. He was overjoyed to witness the renewed bond between Madeline and Justin, yet a tinge of sadness lingered within him as he contemplated his next steps in life. He had become deeply attached to the family he had helped reconcile, but he knew it was time to move on. One morning, as Eric prepared to say his goodbyes, Madeline and Justin approached him with a bittersweet expression on their faces. "Eric, you've been our guardian angel," Madeline said, her voice filled with gratitude. "We can't thank you enough for everything you've done." Justin nodded in agreement, his eyes reflecting a mixture of admiration and sadness. "You brought our family back together, Eric. We'll forever be grateful for your selflessness and kindness." Eric's heart swelled with a mix of emotions as he hugged them tightly. "You two have a beautiful journey ahead of you," he said, his voice filled with genuine warmth. "It was an honor to be a part of your lives, but now it's time for me to continue my own path." As Eric walked away from Madeline's home, he carried with him the memories of their time together. He knew that although their paths diverged, the bond they had formed would forever remain in their hearts. In the days that followed, Eric found solace in knowing that he had made a significant impact on the lives of others. He continued his work as a caregiver, spreading love and compassion to those in need. Each person he encountered became a chapter in his ever-expanding book of connections. One afternoon, as Eric sat in a park reflecting on his journey, a young woman named Camilla Atchison approached him with a smile. She had observed his interactions with those around him and was captivated by his empathy and genuine care. "Excuse me," Camilla said, her voice filled with curiosity. "I couldn't help but notice the way you interact with people. You radiate kindness and compassion. Are you a caregiver?" Eric's eyes sparkled as he engaged in conversation with Camilla. They shared stories, dreams, and a mutual understanding of the beauty of human connection. It was as if fate had brought them together, intertwining their paths in a serendipitous dance. Eric and Camilla's connection grew stronger with each passing day. They discovered shared values and a deep understanding of the importance of empathy and compassion. Their conversations were filled with laughter, dreams, and a mutual desire to make a positive impact on the world. As they embarked on a new chapter of their lives together, Eric's experiences with Madeline and Justin served as a foundation for their relationship. The lessons he learned about forgiveness, healing, and the power of connection were woven into the fabric of their love story. Eric and Camilla became a team, dedicating their lives to helping others and spreading love wherever they went. They volunteered at local shelters, assisted the elderly in their community, and advocated for causes close to their hearts. Their love blossomed in the midst of their shared mission, creating a bond that was rooted in compassion and a shared purpose. Together, they created a haven of love and kindness, inspiring those around them to embrace empathy and reach out to those in need. Their story touched the lives of many, reminding people of the transformative power of compassion and the beauty of human connection. As Eric and Camilla continued their journey, they carried the memories of Madeline, Justin, and all those whose lives they had touched. Their love story became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the healing power of forgiveness, and the beauty of selfless acts of kindness. Years passed and Eric and Camilla's love story continued to thrive. They celebrated anniversaries, overcame challenges together, and continued their mission of spreading love and compassion to the world. One day, as they sat side by side on a park bench, watching children play and the sun set on the horizon, Eric reflected on the remarkable journey that had brought him to this moment. He whispered, his voice filled with gratitude, "Thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Justin. You showed me the true meaning of love and the power of forgiveness." Camilla squeezed his hand, her eyes filled with admiration. "And thank you, Eric," she said softly, "for sharing your journey with me, for reminding me of the incredible impact we can have on others' lives. I am forever grateful." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the world, Eric and Camilla embraced the beauty of their love story. They knew that, just like the bonds they had helped mend, their own connection would continue to grow stronger, fueled by the love and compassion that had brought them together. And so their love story carried on, forever intertwined with the stories of those they had touched, a testament to the enduring power of kindness and the transformative nature of genuine human connection. The moral of this story is that love, forgiveness, and compassion have the power to heal even the deepest wounds. It emphasizes the importance of empathy and understanding in building and rebuilding relationships, showcasing how acts of kindness can transform lives and bring people closer together. The story teaches us that it's never too late to mend broken bonds, and that with patience, understanding, and a genuine desire to change, we can overcome past mistakes and create a brighter future.